Uh, okay, question 27. We have a subtraction here. You see, it's obvious. And we have a circle, triangle inside, and then another black circle, another triangle, and a small dot or small circle. So we are eliminating, we're subtracting the same figures, the circles and the triangles, and then these two shapes, and then you are left with the inner circle with the triangle, which is choice D. It's pretty much obvious because it's a normal subtraction operation. Question 28. Okay, again, we have figures that change. There's some change in the figures as they move from 1 to 2, 3, and the fourth one is going to be something like this. So take a look at this part of the figure. It always tries to climb up. So it's going here. You see, now it's here. Then moves again. It's kind of rotating, trying to rotate upwards. Then it's going to be in this part here. In number 4, it's going to be here somewhere. And on the right side of the shape, see, each time one triangle is eliminated. You don't have it here, then you don't have it here. Then at the end, it's going to be a straight line. So on the right side, you won't have anything, and on the right, left side, you'll have this little square rotated here, and it's B. Okay. Question 29. As I told you earlier, you have numbers and shapes. So these shapes represent numbers as well. So we have a square. Square means 4. And then we have a multiplication here. This is one of the questions that appeared in the previous entrance exams. So you can be familiar with that one. So 4 times 4 is 16. And plus 3 times 3 is 9. So the result is 25. The same method, you apply the same method here. Square, a pentagon, we multiply each number and get 8 here plus 30 here, which is 38. We repeat the same operation here. 3 times 3, we have 3, and here we have a hexagon, which is 6. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 18 equals to 27, which is choice A. Question 30, we have a number sequence here, but something looks off. We have 1, 10, then 3. So it increases and decreases in a way. At one point, we have 7 and 7s, that the numbers are repeating, then again increase and decrease. So if you take a look as it is, you may get confused, but if you let me use the expression read between the lines. If you do like this, you skip one number every time, you'll see that there is a logic here. So numbers increase by 2, or we have the odd numbers here, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and the next odd number is 11. So the first question mark is 11. And then if you follow the second order, you'll see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and the second question mark would be 5. So you are looking for the numbers 11 and 5, which is choice A. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Question 31. Okay, you have this triangle, which means you need to perform an operation, maybe two, because most of the times we use two operations, and it will be the same case here. First of all, we are adding them up. So 2 plus 1 is 3, and then from 3 to 9, there is only one available operation, which is square, or to the power of 2. So we have 5, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 square is 25, and here we have 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 square is 64, and the last one, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 square is 16, which is choice D. Question 32. Question 32. You have a star given as a symbol, and on each side you have different numbers. You need to follow up how these numbers, what's the relationship between these numbers. So each time you see the first one, 4 to 6, you increase, there is an increase, plus 2. Here, plus 4. Here it increases plus 6. And here it increases plus 8. So the increase goes as even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8. Here it increases plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. This time it only increases by 1. Here we have plus 3, plus 6. So 3, 6. This should be 9, because if it increases by 3, this should be 9, and this should be 12. So let's check whether we have possible choice here. So 11 plus 9 is 20. And 20 plus 12 makes 32, which is the correct answer. Question 33. Okay, so here each symbol, each geometrical shape represents one digit, and we are looking for these numbers at the end. So these shapes are represented by what numbers? It's easier to start with the symbol or shape that repeats itself as many times as possible. Here we have the white square. It repeats itself 4 times, and then on the other hand we have a white triangle which also repeats itself and at 4 times. And check out the positions every time. I mean, they are found everywhere, at the beginning, in the second row, third row, and at the end of the number. So and here we're there, these last two that I just mentioned are at the end. So let's see which two numbers repeat themselves 4 times. We have number 1. No, actually 1 does not repeat. Let me see. Number 3 repeats itself 4 times. See, it's here, here, and here. And number, see, yeah, number 4. Number 4 repeats itself 1, 2, No, it's not 4. It's actually 7. Okay. Number 3 and number 7 repeats themselves 4 times. So it means that either the triangle or, I mean, we have 3, 7, which is one of them is triangle and one of them is square. And obviously we can eliminate some wrong choices here. A, B, and D are wrong because look, we have 3, 7 or 7, 3 here. So it's either C or D. And then we are looking for a black square and a black triangle. And luckily their positions are different in different places. So it means at the beginning, as the first digit, we don't have a black triangle. So we are looking for a number that uh, that repeats itself 3 times and it's not at the beginning. So take a look at number, which one is not at the beginning? Number 1. So number 1 never comes at the beginning. So the black triangle is equals to 1. And we don't even need to search for the black square because obviously we got our correct choice, 6173. But if you are not sure, if you just want to make you sure, you can see that the black triangle, the black square here would be 6 as well. Okay. Question 34. Okay, you need to count all the cubes here. How many cubes are there at a given picture? So easiest way, you have 5 here and 3 here. So we multiply them. We have 15 at the bottom and 3 plus at the first floor. Let's say it like that. Then totally we have 18. Beginning 18 and then plus. Okay, let's take a look here. We see 4. Then we have some that are not seen. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, and 4 makes 10. That's the ground floor. First floor there are 6, and on the top floor there are 3, which equals to 19. So 18 plus 19 equals to 37, which is choice D. Just to need to pay attention to the hidden ones that are there but cannot be seen. Don't miss them. Question 35. You need to you have a shape and it changes constantly. At number 2, it has this shape. I mean, something you see there is a decrease in the lines, and you see from first to second, these 3 lines are deleted. So the second one starts from here. Then at the end, it has even less lines. So if that's the logic, we should delete these 3 sides. And then the number 3, the one that we're looking for, should start something like this. And then like this, one more time. Yeah, it should look something like this. And it's a sketch, but obviously that's C. If you do more precisely, you'll see that choice E is the correct one. Okay, question 36. We have 3, 12, 8, and then we have other numbers that continue like that. We're looking for the last one here. So there can be more than one ways to solve this, but the easiest one would be how we get from 3 to 12. You see 7 to 28, 5 to 20, 6 to 24. Obviously, we multiply by 4. It repeats itself at every time operation. And then once we get 12, 28, 20, 24, we just subtract 4. So times 4 minus 4. 28 minus 4 is 24. 20 minus 4 is 16. And 24 minus 4 is 20. And that makes choice B the correct answer for question 36. Question 37. We have again a square, and inside we have smaller squares. Then we have a black circle and a white circle, and these shapes rotate in a way. We need to find how they rotate each time, and we need to predict, actually find out how which position they will take when it comes now to number 4. So take a look. The black one is here, then it's here. So it rotated like this, 2 places diagonally. Then from here to here, it rotates upwards, 2 shapes. So diagonal, upwards. Then take a look at the white circle. It rotates again diagonally, but here counter to the black one, and then down 2 positions. So the next one would be again diagonal, but reversed like this. And this one would go 2 places diagonal, but upwards, which means that the correct choice will be E. Their position will be as seen here. Question 38. Okay, you have this number, which is the result, and by using the other numbers at the each angle of the triangle, we need to come to this result. Okay, let's multiply these 2 numbers. We'll get 32, right? And let's multiply these 2 numbers. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. So this is not times 32, but we multiply 8 times 4 and you get 32, and then you multiply 3 times 4 and then you get 12 here. And then you just add them up. 32 plus 12 and you get 44. Plus 12 equals to 44. The same situation here. 7 times 2 is 14 and 9 times 2 is 18. So I'm going to write here 14 plus 18 equals to 32. And for the end, so it's going to be a mathematical equation because we have a question mark. We can replace with an x. So we have 7x plus 8x equals to 75. Then 15x equals to 75, and x means it's equal to 75 divided by 15, which is 5. And that makes choice A the correct choice for question 38. 39. Here, from your previous knowledge, I told you that geometrical shapes represent numbers, but this time there is an exception. They made this confusing, even challenging for you, just to think the same way. But this is an exception situation, exception exercise where you don't need to deal with the shapes, even the numbers themselves. So these, don't look at these numbers as individual numbers, 6 and 7. Don't look at them like 5 and 6, neither 4 and 5. Look them as 67. So this is here. We have a 67 here. We have 56. We have 45. And look at the relationship 45, 43. So we get to 43 by subtracting 2 from 45. The same here. We have 56, 54. So we subtract 2 and we get 54. And obviously, if we follow the same method, the same logic here, 67 minus 2, and here the result would be 65. Something totally different than the usual exercises, but sometimes they there are some questions that can confuse you. So this, as I said, is an exception. Sometimes if you cannot find if you don't come up with the logic, just skip the question, even maybe change the subject, do some other general knowledge, or I don't know, maths or other, and then return to the question you didn't solve, and then try again. Maybe a refresh would help you to see a better other solution to the question. My suggestion is, don't leave any unsolved question. Just try your luck. You have 5 possibilities, 5 choices, which means you have a 20% chance to get the correct answer. And the last question for today is this one is a line sequence, and I told you that in this format like this means that 1 and 2, so there's a relationship with 1 and 2, and it should be a relationship with 3 and 4. In this case, so look at the numbers, how they increase. We have plus 1 here, then times 3. Then again plus 1, then times 3, and then again plus 1, and it goes like that. Plus 1 times 3. Here down we have times 3 plus 1, then again times 3 plus 1, and again times 3. So the same operation, but the order is different. Here we have times 5 plus 2 times 5 plus 2, and again times 5. And here for the fourth sequence is going to be just, we start with plus 2, then times 5, then again plus 2 times 5, and it's going to finish with plus 2. Look at the choices. If we start with A, 2 plus 2 is 4 times 5, 20 plus 2, 22 times 5, 110 plus 2, 112. And we are obvious, I mean, we have the correct choice already. And for B, C, D, and E, if you take a good look, you'll see that they are obviously the wrong choices. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for your participation and your time. See you on our next course. Take care. Bye bye.